Today, to get this press conference is necessary and to brief our fellow Malaysian, especially our fellow Malaysian media, the story of this 3 million court case sentenced by the US arbitration court and brought to Malaysia to using the route of the Malaysia bankruptcy law and try to claim this 3 million ringgit for me personally. So to start the story, I think when you see the snapshot, there is a name called Patrick Healy. Can we? Okay. So before to tell the story, who is Patrick Healy? He is a US lawyer, a citizen, a US citizen, and who is my first was starting as a lawyer, like my consultant, and later on, we appoint him as an officer of one of the company we set up in the United States, which called Club Excellence. In fact, the Club Excellence invest into the US one airline called Vision Airline. And he himself also have been paid by the company. I think total he have received about 2.5 million. But somehow or other, when the company, after finish the business with Vision Air, we wind up, I think he go to the US arbitration court. I was not allowed to present there due to many reasons. So one of the reasons actually I put here is because of long distance, and also because I choose totally withdraw out from the US. I thought I no need unless I go holiday. I don't want to do business there. But he brought this US court judgment decision on me. He bring to Malaysia. By right, my legal counsel in US has said, you are not keen to ignore. So he brought it to Malaysia. So when he bring Malaysia, that he using the Malaysia bankruptcy law. Actually, he can have many methods to sit down with me or to talk to me, be a friend, and he choose using the bankruptcy law. And why he choose this route, I don't want to say much. I leave it for your imagination. And actually, you see on the snapshot there was 26 January, which is Malaysian judge or a registrar. You can ask my lawyer who have actually issued the order, but a lot of integrity of the legal system. I will ask my lawyer. You can ask him. But the most important thing I like to stress, after January 26, my lawyer and Patrick Healy's lawyer continue to negotiate. Can we negotiate for what? Negotiate for settlement to set aside because he found it's a mistake that he used the bankruptcy route. So this is his first lawyer called Irora Arab Kanda, the lawyer firm, and 16 February, 26 January, the what you see in the snapshot, and both lawyer negotiate, and I allow the lawyer negotiate. Also, he asked me to put some deposit to my lawyer. So the next, then while the lawyer negotiate with from Irora, then on the 10th of April, while my lawyer briefed me, everything go on, both parties going to be set aside or something like that. Of course, this all legal method. And I just want you to pay attention. 10 April, yesterday was 12. Yesterday was 12. And look at the paragraph 4, which is actually a new lawyer is still want to negotiate. So this new lawyer firm is called Dinish Savani, and I see this only yesterday only when the thing happened. So actually, he put it very clear, especially on the without prejudice. Then he still want to say talking to my lawyer. I was not involved in it. So can we go to the next page where you bring everyone here today? Okay, this is what you see yesterday on the social media. That's got very viral, and I'm not good at this, but I don't know how. They say 100 ringgit had to pay. 100 ringgit had to pay 100 ringgit to insolvency department. Is there? And the date is also 10th of April. Yesterday, he also sent the 10th of April to my lawyer. I read my lawyer now to explain why suddenly got this lawyer, why suddenly they change this lawyer, and to give his legal. And I would like to invite Mr. Siwang. Please give me a big hand. I was stand next to you, not in front of you, not at the back of you.
Now,
at the side of you.
I must qualify here one thing. I'm here standing as a friend of Tan Sri for now, because I don't have the sanction from the insolvency office to represent Tan Sri, but my capacity here as a friend and was a previous lawyer. Right? That has to be qualified first. Now, there was a negotiation prior to the AORO has been issued, and then there was also a negotiation subsequent to that. In fact, Tan Sri has placed 209,000 into my client's account as an initial payment prior to the AORO was issued. But that was not crystallized because the time was not given for us. At the end, the court wasn't so keen in giving us time for negotiation, and that abruptly ended up the AORO being issued. So that's the situation. Is there anything more?
Maybe you should tell the press with the first original lawyer. On April, the lawyer, how it fits.
Yeah.
First lawyer is who?
I think Dora was the first lawyer who handles the petitioner's lawyer. And then subsequently, there is a change of recent date. That's 2 days ago.
On the 10th?
Yeah, 2 days
This
ago.
was Irola, and 2 days ago they changed to this lawyer. Next slide. And maybe you can tell the press our negotiation, how smooth with the first lawyer.
Yeah, there was an offer was given by Tan Sri, and in the midst of the offer, there was all of a sudden change in the settlement. Right?
So they have agreed to your offer. So for the first lawyer.
Bargaining was on.
Bargaining was on. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
So next. So I'm go back to the last. So I'm here to take a few questions. If you have any question, and I try to answer it. And I want to this press statement to be end what you call quick, as in some of the media you want to get more story, want to have one-to-one to me. As this thing has gone so viral, I have no problem to answer, or you just registered with this. So before I think anybody want to ask any question? So if not, I will just I thought anybody want to ask any question. If not, actually, it's not only me. A lot of my friends, even my own family, is it? Daddy, it's only 3 million. Why you don't settle with him? So I thought you will ask this question, and you like to know my answer or not?
Yes.
Please. I think why I don't pay the 3 million. Number one, I said due to Patrick Healy's his character, and I'm also it's also due to my character. I'm actually tough guy. I always like to keep to my principle when I deal with people, and what you can give in, what you cannot give in. And second, he is a lawyer, and he worked for me. We are friends. He could have negotiated amicably, and actually between the settlement. But I think he chose it to me. I call unprofessional way as a lawyer that, or he can choose a much better way since he want me to he got the judgment in US. And he actually earlier he also benefited so much from this company. He have received earlier consultant fee, later also paid by the company. And one day AORO is received, which I don't know what is AORO to tell the truth. My lawyer advised me, he make a mistake. If AORO receive, the one call, he also know that he is in a very big position. So, and I thought he should also pay for his own mistake by choosing this route. And the fifth, which is most important, I think we are here. Everything in life, when you meet things like that, I actually, I still keep very peaceful because I believe I'm a Malaysian. And it's in the Malaysian soil, the insolvency department, the law of insolvency department that one ROAO issue, we have to respect the law, but I believe the law will protect the citizen of Malaysia. And this is why a 3 million still not settled with him, and it being such a small like my MC said, and become grown up so big in the social media. And this is he explained why I'm not submitting to him, and then we hope he can settle this because, and then of course another number 6 reason they don't type it down. I have built a lot of karma for him also. Malaysia, we also go to COVID. We also do so many things. I start bantu. I also try to let him know, I don't press too hard for me. When I do bantu, I think the amount is more than this 3 million. So I also build karma for him. And hopefully, after today's press conference, he still, he can come up with a much better way and to solve it. This is why say 3 million also you don't settle. So for 6 reasons. So the next question you might want to ask what I'm going to do next. Am I? Next slide. So based on the fact I was attacked on social media and it's not in the best interest of the country, I have written to Malaysian government, hopefully that we will go to insolvency and get the consent for Mr. Silbam to act for me and continue negotiate with Patrick Healy and set aside of the what you call it's called set aside when both parties come to the settlement negotiation settlement agreement. Okay, and that is why I was waiting for the insolvency not calling me. So I want to take this moment to thank, and that's why insolvency never called me yet. I have not yet received any notice from insolvency. Maybe. And so, but if we cannot amicably set aside the order, meaning that I have to file a statement of affair to the Department of the Insolvency General by depositing the 3 million cash, and for the insolvency to deal with Mr. Patrick Healy. That is what I'm going to do. So any more questions? If not, I just round up for the today PC. I'm far away from insolvency. And I must say I'm solidly solvent as an entrepreneur of Malaysia. For the last 50 years, I come to Kuala Lumpur 50 years already. All of you, maybe some not born. Kuala Lumpur only 500,000 people only. 500,000 people. Today, Kuala Lumpur plus Selangor is 50 million, 8 million in Kuala Lumpur. And I believe as an entrepreneur, I have somehow rather also contribute to the national building. And I have accumulated a lot of tangible asset and non-tangible asset. So that's why I said I use the word solidly insolvent, not just tangible asset, also intangible asset. Like the West, Mr. Patrick Healy, they are Westerner. US say the greedy is good. We Easterner never say that. Greedy is no good. And I don't choose to be a bankrupt. I don't want to be a bankrupt also. And not like what some of the press yesterday quote, Lee Kim Yew choose the title like that. Sometimes the press, the glass is full, or the glass is half full, or the glass half empty. They say, I declare bankruptcy. Oh, that's very serious. When they declare bankruptcy, you don't want to pay your creditor. Cannot. So, I don't want to pay, or I file bankruptcy. I never declare myself as a bankrupt and file for bankrupt for myself. This was Patrick Healy put upon me. So, and also, the government is find a lot of ways. Want to recently amend the law to bring people out of the bankrupt. If bankrupt is not to the interest of the country, not only the community, anybody. Because when you're bankrupt, you don't pay taxes. So I want to continue to contribute to our society by my experience of 50 years experience. And the reason for objective I call for this PC, as my news yesterday I got viral, big viral, and on the social media, and it disturbed the peace and harmony to Malaysian society, and a lot of affected a lot of my friends. You see, a lot of my friends don't know my phone call given. Well, in the early morning, when my people who charge my PR say, this is a small thing, don't ignore it. But it will become such a big concern of the society, and I think we should not dampen the confidence. Now we have a what you call unity government, which I have a I hope this unity government will bring very stability to this country, which I think is most important to Malaysian society. So I hope with today's explanation for the 3 million ringgit, it's just merely a greedy character, which I have met in my life, that's all. A smart lawyer from the US, after the 26th January incident, blocked his promise with his original lawyer. I think you also put his lawyer, Why on the 10th he blocked the lawyer? While he was talking nicely, why he blocked? And always blocked the lawyer, and on the 10th, changing a new lawyer. who should know the Malaysia after the AR received a written that letter to Mr. Solvent, which he cannot represent me already. And who was the one on April who paid 100 ringgit and download from the Department of Insolvency? Ask yourself this question. Who is the one? The letter sent to the lawyer on the 10th. On the 10th, Danish also sent a pen, and on the 10th was downloaded 100 ringgit. You have to pay 100 ringgit, you know. And the downloaded time was at 11 a.m. also there. Just how we showed. Can you go back to that? Just on the screen. See? So, next, go back to the screen. So, I leave it to the wisdom of the Malaysian, what they call reporter, to judge why it turned it so viral and who is the one. We cannot accuse anybody. We need bukti. But so I leave it for the Malaysian press to judge. But I call this DC. Who is the one using this? I call it the dirty trick because many people in Malaysia also bankrupt. You know, Bankruptcy Act protected my what called secrecy. Lawyer, how to say? Anybody who can bankrupt, he is his personal thing. He should work it out, and nobody should use this to exploit him in the public. So please make sure that somebody have do this also got sue of defamation. You can go and check the court case. So this I want to take this to explain instead of following the law of Malaysia. Now, following the law of Malaysia is true. I have been suffering on this attack. The moment my lawyer tell me, he said, Tan Sri, AORO issue, you cannot be in any directorship, you know. So actually, to tell the truth, kedaulatan undang-undang, I have resigned from all the directorship. I have no more directorship, and waiting information from the Malaysian insolvency notice. So I would just want to, now I'm a Malaysian soil, we just follow the Malaysian law, and I'm solidly solvent. I was attacked by a foreign citizen as a citizen of Malaysia on yesterday social media. Thank you very much. And you still want to ask question now? Can, because just now I asked you, because I haven't read up. After I read up, can we do one to one?
Maybe just a few points just to confirm and clarify. So basically, this having this dispute due to company issue, is it? And can we understand like that?
Can you come in front of me? Can I have water?
Yeah. Can you introduce your name, from which media?
Can I have my water?
Hi, Tanshri. I'm Samyi from Malaysia Kini. So can we just confirm a few details on you? So basically, this particularly having this court case with you is due to company dispute, and you will continue to negotiate.
It's not a company. He attacked on me personal. He claimed me personal in US court. It's not claim of the company. He claimed DQMU in US court. I was sentenced by US court first.
Due to previous corporations issue or?
No. He just want to claim on me. He claimed on me personally. Nothing to the company. In the company also pay him money already. It's between he, Patrick Haley, and DQMU. That's all.
So you will continue to negotiate with him on this matter, and before, if only not success, then you will only move on to issue your appeal to the solvency department. Is that correct?
The one I will ask my lawyer just now for you to answer because legal matter.
And also, we found out that
I already also answer in my just now. I worry you don't ask question. What I'm going next to do? I want to make sure that the insolvency department can grant I go and see them to grant a lawyer can represent me. Because under the law, when you are issued AOAR, you have to represent yourself. But I will want to do that going forward. Okay? To continue negotiate with him amicably. So if not, I will deposit, just now say, 3 million into the, when I make I have to present to my insolvency, I quickly park $3 million there. And of course, if insolvency want to pay 3 million, because we already negotiate, I can actually, on myself, plus my lawyer telling me, with Izora, actually first 1.5 million. I also can agree and then, but make sure, don't know whatever procedure set aside. And my lawyer was negotiation, said, Tansi, this guy want to put you bankrupt. Now AR over 1.4, you pay him so much. He said negotiate for 1 million. So I said, okay, whatever, negotiate. The money I said, I can do social responsibility in Malaysia. What for? So this is the situation, okay? Next question.
And also, yesterday media reported that you were banned from travel to overseas. So due to these issues, can you explain more about this?
I said kedaulatan undang-undang. Even when this thing happened to me, on the 26th of January, we Chinese family are still celebrating Chinese New Year. And they fix it on the Chinese New Year. Fifth day of Chinese New Year. We celebrate Chinese New Year until 15. So I thought when I go myself, and to quote unquote a previous judge, he, knowing my situation, knowing the challenges at that time, he said, you all continue to negotiate. So I just leave it to the lawyer. But on the 26th of January, AORO was issued. When AORO issued, actually, I said, I want to quickly follow the Malaysian law. I don't. And second, I don't want to make any travel plan. I have a patient. I don't want to make any travel plan. I just stay put in Malaysia. That's all. Does that answer your question?
So are you confirming that the travel ban is...
No, there's no travel ban on me. I never received anything.
Sri, you said you submitted your resignation from all directorship. When did you submit your resignation?
Immediately after the 26th. Immediately.
Do you have a date? When?
Oh, so many company. Every company, when you are issued AOAR, follow the law of Malaysia. Am I right? You are not supposed to take any director post. Okay?
That's great. I'm Cherry from Fuji. I want to ask you, because you say you did not file for the bankruptcy, but that's the particular participant background. But the particular participant. But I want to ask that because there's a
I didn't file for bankruptcy.
Because the bankruptcy is by the Charlotte High Court. So is there any contradictions or what was?
No, actually, it's by my lawyer informed me only. Until today, is my lawyer telling me on 26th of January, AO, you better follow the law of Malaysia. Do whatever conduct within your knowledge is all.
Right now, because the court case is at the Charlotte High Court, then do you ever defend yourself at the Charlotte High Court in this case?
We did defend.
So yeah, I know how you defend from Charlotte High Court. What is happened?
Basically, the order was resealed. What was the arbitration order given by the
US court given.
It was resealed.
So, you got it? So the US court give is what?
Resealed. It was resealed.
Resealed here. Any more question? So if not, thank you for coming. I have prepared some refreshment, and for but before you go, as I said, this is the piece. I know a lot of you are not maybe don't understand Mandarin, and you know I am 68 years old. This year in March I come 50 years to Kuala Lumpur, and I like philosophy. I like poem. And last but not least, I share a poem to you. And this poem actually was written by Song Dynasty, one of the poem I love the most. His name is called Su Dongguo, and he really know how to enjoy life and take a life, topic. And for those who are not Mandarin, are you interested to understand the meaning? Let me translate that. 莫听窗棂打夜声. So actually he was with few group of friends after drink, and suddenly raining, everybody is running. He said, don't listen when you pass through the jungle, don't listen to the rain sound hit on the lip. Okay, actually to me, I'm tweeting yesterday viral event. It's such an event like that. It's not a big storm, or it's not a very big matter to me. It's a small matter. So he said, 何妨吟啸且其行. He said, why not just continue? 吟啸means you feel very happy. 啸 means you sing some nice song, with your family, and continue walking. 不战芒鞋轻胜马. So I think he's carrying as a tongkat. Before I also carrying tongkat. And 芒鞋 actually those days, people the shoe was making as a rope. 轻胜马. He said, when you are very light, you can actually walk better, faster than the horse. You know I like horse. 谁怕? I'm telling practically, 谁怕? Who is afraid? Who is afraid? 一双烟雨正平生. I'm Lee lah. Me is me. I will stick to the principle and value of my life, and I don't want to be affected by this big social media. And I not only that, this morning I know a Chinese reporter come, and this is my handwriting. And this one, I write this morning before coming to this press. So hopefully, any of Malaysian that we should pay attention to spiritual thing, beside material thing. Material is important, spiritual is important. So I actually there's a second part. So this poem is the second part, because I think today you come only first part. Second part not yet over. How can I quickly have an understanding with the Malaysian government? And since I write to the Malaysian government already, I write a letter to Malaysian government. In fact, I addressed to KSN, the Tour Secure Negara, and hopefully, as a fellow Malaysian, we get some help, some protection as a Malaysian citizen, as we pay taxes here. And I think this one government should serve the people, riot, and I'm trying to get an audience with him, because as I said, I don't want to be bankrupt. I didn't choose to be bankrupt, and I never declare myself as a victim. And because of this greedy character of Patrick Lee. So thank you very much and for coming to this press conference. And as a Malaysian, let's keep our peace. Let's keep our harmony, which is most important of the Islamic value, peace and harmony in this country. And with peace and harmony, we have a stability. And me as a Malaysian, I don't deserve this attack. Somebody go and download, pay 100 ringgit, and change the lawyer last minute while negotiating with my lawyer friend, not my lawyer. So, thank you very much. 谢谢 Lumber Nandi, and terima kasih.
Request from Bernardo TV, Chinese media to repeat the lawyer in my brief.
Okay. 新州在哪里？
这里。
可以。